Hello everyone, I am Zia Ahmed with my second video of supply chain risk management. The first video covered introduction and now we will discuss important supply chain risks and their mitigation strategies briefly. For details, please check my book, A Practical Handbook of Supply Chain Management. As discussed, risk is a possibility of loss, danger or injury. Supply chain risks also include non-achievement of our desired output level. Countless risks exist around us and more are emerging continuously. We cannot eliminate all, rather we live with them. But we should be knowing about our maximum risks. International customers or suppliers always pose more risks than the domestic ones. Let us proceed to some important risks and their mitigation strategies. Natural disasters. These are the natural calamities. Some of them cannot be predicted like earthquakes, tsunamis or global COVID-19 pandemic, but floods or cyclones can be anticipated. They can impact us if we or our key supply chain partners are in areas of high risk and cannot relocate. We need to remain prepared for them or move to areas of low risk, but it needs high costs and lot of planning. International mega events. These are caused by conflicts of nations which can affect a big part of world, like world wars, or on a smaller scale, sanctions imposed on countries. Besides these, stock market or metal market crash in big economies affect many countries. For example, US stock market crash can be felt worldwide. These bring threats for some and opportunities for others. It is advisable to keep an eye on current developments and try to remain away from areas of high conflicts. Macroeconomic events. These can affect a class of industry or even the complete country. Their consequences are reflected everywhere. We need to keep a close eye on the economy of our country and countries of our key supply chain partners. If we see some negative signs, then better wait and watch before making any major investment decision. In the end, we will discuss business to business risks. These are the risks faced while dealing with other companies or individuals, and their level increases if companies involved are in different countries. Every year, billions of dollars are lost by different companies in business to business frauds. These can be categorized as following. Financial risks. The risks related to financial resources of a company, these can exist anywhere, but we will discuss in context of customers and suppliers. The ideal situation that everyone wants to achieve is to get soft-term credit from suppliers and cash from customers. But this is not possible all the time. Due to ever-increasing competition, companies are forced to extend credit even in international trade. This exposes us to risks of complete default, delay, or payment in installments without agreement. The risk of complete default is always more with small or single person owned companies. In medium to large scale organizations, payments get delayed due to their tough internal procedures, especially contracting companies who can hold their suppliers' payments if their own payment gets stuck. In very rare situations, huge companies like Enron can collapse without any prior sign. So, all the chances are open. Our challenge is to keep such risks at minimum level without reducing sales. In developing or underdeveloped countries, probability of credit default is high due to absence of a strong judicial system. We need to remain extremely careful while selling on open account basis or paying advance cash to some supplier. In developed countries, presence of a strong judicial system keeps companies on track. In case of intentional default, there are a lot of consequences, including stopping credit facility and document attestation from any government department. In short, we are relatively secure while dealing with customers or suppliers in developed countries than undeveloped countries. For controlling financial risks with customers, we can do the following. Work with reputable customers on cash basis and extend credit gradually with defined limits of amount and time after building a relation. If some customer orders more than their credit limit, ask for an advance payment or irrevocable bank letter of credit (LC), or provide bank guarantees valid for long period of time covering value of order. The decision to override credit limit must be done systematically with involvement of top management. The payment performance of customers must be monitored, and if we find someone delaying payment regularly, then appropriate corrective action must be taken. For keeping financial risks under control with suppliers, we should try to get open account terms or letter of credits and try to avoid paying advance as much as possible. Besides this, another important thing is try to avoid unfavorable clauses for order cancellation. Quality risks. Maintaining quality is always a challenge, especially for large scale organizations, and outsourcing has added more threats. We should inspect items thoroughly both at the time of receiving from suppliers and before delivering to customers. Substandard raw materials must be returned to suppliers. Defective items should be removed for trashing or recycling, and make sure that our established standards are followed on every step. Risks for non-attainment of strategic goals. Sometimes growth of our market segments becomes flat or negative. Initially, we will not feel it. But if new competitors come, then our market share might start contracting sharply. The situation becomes tough if any supplier, especially the one to whom we outsource manufacturing of our product, comes into our direct competition. This will make achievement of our long-term goals very difficult. To overcome this, we should add proper clauses in agreements with suppliers, not allowing them to enter in our direct competition. Our market segment must be monitored continuously. If the situation does not improve, then better start planning to switch to some other product or market segment. Compliance risks. These are the risks associated to possible non-compliance with new government regulations. In developed countries, process of policy making is stable and does not change too often. Companies do not intentionally neglect and adhere strictly to new government regulations. In developing or underdeveloped countries, generally there is no continuity in policies. New regulations are issued abruptly, thus posing threats to foreign investors. And our last topic is operations risks. These risks arise due to improper running of our company or our supply chain partners. It is very difficult to estimate this for others. To overcome this, many international manufacturers get audited financial statements every year from their distributors to monitor their functions. I hope you have liked my video. Please subscribe to my channel and like this video. Thank you.